All right. Well, hello everybody and welcome to the stream. We have another episode of Winging It coming at. Okay, hold on a dang minute. Why is it doing this? Hold on, folks. I promise I'm still here. I don't know why it did the thing. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. It is another episode of Winging It, the interview show where nothing is set in stone and the rules don't matter. I am here, joined by the one, the only, the lovely Karine Nachigeru. Dear, if you would like to introduce yourself to everybody.
Hello. I do not know if I can be heard, but as they say here, we are winging it.
Yeah, we're winging it. It's fine.
My name is Karine. I am a variety streamer here on Twitch, where chaos reigns, and I can't
All right.
My normal side of the world. Can you hear me?
I am being told you're kind of quiet, but I can change that. That is an easy fix compared to everything else we were going through. I will take quiet over not heard at all. Okay, say something now.
Test. Hello.
I hope that's a little bit better. I think as we go on, they'll just tell me whether or not your volume needs to get adjusted, but we're just gonna go with it and think that it's fine, I guess. Hello, hi everybody in chat. Hi Rekka, hi Shinzo. LBB, it has been a while. Good to see you. Hi Crust Pain, hi Gamer, hi Indie. There are so many of you. Okay, booster a little bit more. Okay, I got this. Okay. That should be good then.
I cannot be heard on my side.
What?
So
They can't hear
we're
you?
just gonna go on your side. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you a minute to set things up again, just to make sure that everything is good and ready, and then we'll just chill here for a minute. Guys, this is gonna be like the most chillaxed episode of Winging It ever. We're flowing with the vibes, and what you get is what you get, so it's fine. You doing PNG today? Yeah, because unfortunately, I don't think you guys can handle two 3D model babes at the same time, so you just get a PNG of me. You guys get to see a 3D model tomorrow, don't worry, chill out. It's fine, everything's fine. Oh?
I think I hear stuff. What's happening?
What is happening? I mean, I'm not in your brain. I can't tell whether or not you're hearing things.
Oh, it's not the voices. Don't worry.
Not those ones.
It's different. I hear myself in stereo, though.
Oh, boy.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Rekka said, yeah, June's PNG for these because laptop later go kaboom. I hate how right you are. Shut up, Rekka. Don't need the slander. Oh, goodness gracious.
Uh-oh, what is happening? Why am I hearing double?
Uh-oh. I don't think that's right.
Certainly not.
Also, good, Shinzo, you better, or else. You know what the consequences are. Don't worry, I'm just yelling at my chat.
Oh, I know why I'm hearing it. I'm an idiot because I'm watching us in real time.
Whoopsie!
It is the voices. It is the voices.
Oh
there
my!
are voices in my head.
Oh my god! You know what?
Okay, we're
Icon
just gonna do
behavior.
this. There we go.
Icon behavior. All right, we're gonna get the interview part started. We'll just start with some easy questions. Shinzo asked, how has your day been? My day has been good. I only worked a couple hours today, but you know, enough to get out of the house, and I decided to dress up real cute and do my makeup, which is a very rare occurrence, but I did it and I enjoyed myself, and I got a couple free books today, so I'm very happy.
Ooh, free books are the best.
Karine, I understand that as of right now, you are enjoying a wonderful subathon. Would you like to share with the wonderful audience we have?
Yes. Oh, what are we on? So far, we are 17 and a half hours in almost, and we're reaching the final half hour. This actually might be what ends the subathon.
Oh my god! What a nice cap for a subathon. I'm very honored to be a part of it. Wow!
Yes, we love to end with a new experience and a whole lot of scuff, because it's part of my brand at this point.
You know
I've been
what?
built on this.
You know what? I think everybody's used to me having the scuff, so I'm glad I'm not the only one. People can stop yelling about me just being scuffed all the time. Oh gosh.
Yes, most assuredly not. I think it's like in the subtext of how to become a VTuber.
You gotta be scuffed. There's no way that you can be a VTuber and not have scuff.
It's in the contract.
It is
in the fine print.
Yeah, it's the blood contract that you make when you get a model. It's just how it works.
Precisely.
All right. Without further ado, how about we get into these questions? I'm very excited to hear all of your responses.
nerve-sided. We'll see how this goes.
Woohoo! All right.
This is only my second interview ever.
Really?
So this will be interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm honored to be a part of that roster. You kind of already answered the first question, which was giving a general greeting. You gave your whole overview. That is freaking awesome. For anybody who's just tuning in right now, though, would you like to do it again?
Most assuredly. What is that? What did I just say?
You
Most
know.
assuredly. That's the word. So, for those just tuning in, I am Karine Nachigeru. I am a variety streamer here on Twitch, and we bring the chaos, and we bring the inconsistent schedules, and yeah, I'm known as the Mother of Birds. And I would welcome you all to my flock, but we're not in my neck of the woods today. So.
I will say, though, for every guest that I have on the show, if you guys go into the description for the YouTube video later on, the VOD, Karine's information is there. Please go support Karine on Twitch. She is so wonderful, and I'm sure that any of the content she makes is kind of in a similar alley to what I make. You guys will enjoy watching her stuff. Go watch her stuff. Not now, but, you know, later. You're here right now. I'm holding you hostage. You already know that.
They're trapped forever.
Somebody said new mother, so now you have another child. Oh, goodness gracious. We're starting off great. All right, so question number 2. Just how about you share some of your interests, some of your hobbies, so we can get to know you a little bit more.
Oh, let's see. So this, I don't know. We'll go with classic nerd.
Oh my god, yeah.
Kind of different. I don't know. So I like anime. I like video games. I also like sports, specifically tennis, basketball, volleyball, soccer. Those are my favorites. I like to read and write and draw.
Nice.
But I'm so out of touch with it. I haven't done some proper art in a while.
You know what? That's fine.
Life gets crazy.
That's fine. I know how busy you are.
Yeah, but the goal is one day to bring that back and to make a stream of it.
Heck yeah.
Let's see if we could do that. It could be fun.
Also,
and everything.
Also, yeah, Rekka, there's some crack-a-lackin', but don't worry about it. That's just that's part of the charm. We're just living with the crack-a-lackin'. It's fine. Oh gosh. But yeah, I didn't know that you were.
The scuff.
I didn't know that you were into sports, though. That's interesting.
I know. I used to describe myself as the girliest tomboy you would ever meet.
You know what? I love that. I love that.
Because I'm like, I like my nails. I like my makeup. I like my clothes to a degree. I like to be comfy but fashionable. And fashionable. My own style, whatever. But I like to play sports.
Heck yeah, man.
I had more male friends than female friends growing up. Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Very ruggish. I wasn't a very like girly girl outside of I like doing my makeup and like having my nails done. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so we're gonna get into the streaming related questions. So when it comes to streaming, what have you found over your time as a streamer that you enjoy most?
Ooh, that I enjoy most. I would say 2 things. One, that because I stream, I can reach so many people I never would have met otherwise, especially across multiple time zones.
Oh yeah.
That's something I've always found really both fascinating, frustrating, because time zones.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into the time zone talk again.
Like, I've met some of my longest term friends now on the platform just because I was streaming randomly, or stream went long, or I just didn't want to end, or whatever. Fun fact, that's actually how I met Chris.
Oh, that's so awesome!
And that's number 1. Number 2, I would say, is the community and being able to do something I love and enjoy with the people I love and enjoy.
Oh my god, yeah.
So I would say those are my 2 highlights.
That's wonderful. Normally when we
Solo.
Hello, Solo! Thank you for all your help with setting up everything. We needed your help. Thank you so much. But yeah, normally when I do these interviews, I try to share a little bit about what I think as well. I think my all of the lovely June bugs are probably sick of hearing me say the same thing over and over again, but it's been a while since I've done one of these interviews, so I think it's fine. I think one of the best things that I enjoy, especially about like my style of VTubing, is my community. I love getting to interact with them. I love getting to do things with them, just being able to have conversations with them, banter back and forth with them. Like, that's half the fun for streaming for me. So I love that I get to have them.
100%. It's all about the community. I would say as a side thing to that question, like another thing that's just kind of amazing to watch is like as your community grows.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's a roller coaster. There's tough times, and it's not always gonna be rainbows and sunshine, but it's worth it.
Oh my god,
it's
yeah.
really, really worth it.
I think, especially since I'm just definitely on the lower tier of still kind of starting out in terms of building a platform for myself, it is one of the most rewarding things to like feel and to seeing that, not to be obsessed with numbers or anything, but you know, you start seeing more familiar faces, and there's just more of them as well. It's a really nice feeling.
Yeah, and no matter who, in my opinion anyway, no matter who you are or how big or small you are or what point you're at in your streaming, you're gonna be aware of the numbers. And while you don't want to focus on them, it's always gonna be a factor there.
Yeah.
That's relatively apparent. So I think it's okay not to not acknowledge them, but just to not fixate on them so much.
Yeah.
And there is something kind of special in seeing those numbers climb, even if it's only 1 or 2, and then seeing those reoccurring faces, and then just meeting new people.
It is really such a rewarding experience. I know, I love it so much. So on the flip side of this, out of all of your time streaming, is there anything that you found that you enjoy the least? Like the thing that you wish you didn't have to do as a streamer, but it's just, it comes with the job more or less?
I would say, I think I have a top 3 here.
Oh, okay.
I'm a list person.
No, I love this.
To the list.
I love this.
But first and foremost, I would say just the stress. Well, maybe not first, but one of the things on that list is definitely like the stress that can come with feeling like you've let your community down in some way.
Oh,
and even though they are amazing and they will always be like, no, you're fine. Sweetie, you're fine. There's this mental blockade for me personally, but I think a lot of people where they're like, oh my gosh, I missed your stream, or I can't, I don't have the spoons, I don't feel well, work ran late, whatever it happens to be, tech issues, oh my god. But they're failing that feeling of failure of obligation, I would say, is my least favorite thing.
Yeah.
It weighs on me, even though I try not to let it. I've gotten better over the years.
It's not easy though, I get it.
It is not, yeah. Especially because I like to bully myself. I'm my worst critic.
Bullying yourself is one thing, letting other people bully you is when it's, ooh.
That's a perfect segue into the second one, or at least another one on the list, which is boundaries and dealing with parasocial relationships. I've been going for 18 hours. I can't speak anymore.
No, you're good. You take as much time as you need.
But I would definitely say, and this is gonna combo as like a thing I don't like and also a piece of advice. Boundaries are critical as a streamer, and a lot of times as you go, especially as you're starting out or as you're growing, you want to be accommodating, you want to be welcoming, but you've also got to be wary. And you've got to set your comfort zones, and they may not be the same comfort zones for me as they are for June or for another person.
Yeah.
But whatever those are for you personally, don't feel bad about holding to them. And if someone doesn't respect them, you can try to correct them, you can try to like teach them and direct them in the right way, but you gotta put your foot down sometimes, because ultimately it's your space. This is your place, this is your family, your community. And you want it to be safe and happy. You want it to be like your comfy zone. So
well said.
I would say that's probably that's like a piece of advice rolled into the second thing I dislike the most, because I hate having to be the like, yo, hey, I don't like what you're doing, I don't like what you're saying.
Yeah.
And it's less of the trolls who come in and are like typing dumb shit or shoot shot.
You can say no. You can curse. You're fine. We're far enough in the episode. You can curse. It's fine.
Okay. I was sweating. All right, we're good.
But yeah, that big difference between trolls coming in versus like people who genuinely like want to be part of this community but don't understand certain boundaries. I had to do something like that kind of recently, so it wasn't great. It's not the great feeling.
It's just, it doesn't feel good, but it has to be done, because at the end of the day, you're not just you. It is you, it is your boundary, but it's also, the comfort and safety of the community you want to build. And a lot of the times, if you're trying to accommodate an individual, you're stressing yourself, you're going to feel that weight. Your community's going to feel that weight, because it's going to weigh on you.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say that's on the list. And then number 3, I would say I guess it kind of ties into the number thing a bit, but just feeling the pressure of, like, oh, this was a really great day and I feel fantastic, and this is not such a great day and I feel like I'm struggling a bit, and I want to stream, I need to see my people, but I'm not in the best place, and the stream's not necessarily the vibe. And again, I kind of take it 2 ways. One, sometimes you just take your time if you need your time, but if you need your people, and just be honest with them.
Yeah.
And because it's gonna feel a little rough, it's like a little bit of it, not the best, because you always want to present your best self, I feel like, just generally speaking.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I would say that's like, it's kind of like a gray area. That's the gray area on the list.
Man, I feel silly, because I was gonna say something like, I don't like doing my schedules because I hate having to sit and do my schedule. I feel everything that you said, though, that you spoke your truth, and it's so true and applicable to everyone. I'm just sitting over here like, I really hate having to make my schedules because it's just a pain in the ass.
My schedule is trash, and it's always up to change, as in I get yeeted out the window all the time. That's why it's part of my intro.
That sounds
correct.
I
can't keep a schedule. I just can't.
Oh my god, I feel that.
I have the best intentions. I take my schedule, it's a rough guideline. It's like the outline of a book.
It's the suggestion of what's going to happen.
Yes, it's the theory. It's the thesis.
Yes.
Not the actual project. Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Uh-oh.
I'm angry now.
Uh-oh.
Ignore that. We're fine.
All right, next question then. Would you say that you have like a first inspiration, someone that kind of got you into the whole VTubing scene, as it were?
VTubing? So not specifically VTubing.
That's fine.
I had always had an interest. Like, I saw models and I was like, oh, that's awesome. And this might get too real. Warning, this might get too real.
Uh-oh, everybody, real alert.
Yeah, some real shit, people. I'm not the most confident of people. And ironically, streaming's actually kind of helped me with that, but I'm just, because of like some scares in the past and just like the security and just confidence in myself, I didn't feel comfortable with like a face cam right out the gate.
Yeah.
But I wanted something more than my voice. So that's how I learned about, or got more into, like, oh, how do you become a VTuber or a PNG tuber? So that's how that happened. as far as like streaming though, I had like 2 inspirations that primarily drove my desire to want to like actively pursue it, because I saw it in YouTube for years growing up, and it was more of I saw 2 individuals playing it, and it's a game that I'm well known for in my community, Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
And I saw 2 people who played it, and they were so amazing. One of them was Stream Dad. He's he's a family-friendly content creator, and he just made the game fun. And then the other true inspiration, and this is sensitive because he is no longer with us. But his name was Peppers, and he was my inspiration. And I wouldn't be where I was, or where I am.
Yeah.
If not for like stumbling across him playing a game I love and seeing how much fun he had with his friends and his community.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a jumping off point for me.
Oh, I totally get that. I mean, again, real alert. You guys, we're already in the real zone. This is just how it is right now. My community knows because I'm really open about it, but somebody who is very, very close to me also is no longer with us. It must have been, I'm trying to think. It's been slightly over a year now, like just over a year now, a year and a month. And he was one of the ones that kind of pushed me to start streaming as well, because he saw how much like it like made me happy and excited, and he was always like there in the audience like cheering me on. And like he also uploaded his own YouTube videos and shared a bunch of content about video games and whatnot, and you know, he was always there. I always appreciated him there. And then I didn't start with many like independent VTubers as inspirations, but my friend kind of roped me into like some big corporations that do VTubing. Like his favorite was always like the HoloLive people, but it was actually me randomly stumbling on a YouTube recommended video. There was some random clip of Shoto like just being stupid with Vox. And like it all just transpired from there, and now here I am.
I love those 2.
They are.
I do find them, especially Shoto. I would say like his journey, because he is an independent VTuber.
Yeah.
Who's like keeping bar with like the ones who are contracted, which I was like, oh my god, that's possible.
I know, it's crazy.
Iron Mouse initially too did the same. Thank you, Sola. So I found that very inspirational, and I was like, ain't no way I could do that, but maybe one day.
I know, it's so crazy, and his fan base is just so sweet, so wonderful. He's in a really good spot. I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, and you know, it may be a far away thing, but it's there's an old saying, it's on one of my favorite bookmarks that I still have from my olden days. But it's shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll land among the stars.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's always such a wonderful quote. I love that quote.
Yeah, it's one that's always stuck with me. It's very simple, but I think it rings true in a lot of different ways.
It does, yeah. All right, and then in a similar vein, who would you say are like your biggest influences like currently? So not necessarily who like your first inspirations were, but whose work do you look like up towards currently that still kind of influence what you do right now?
I would say, I mean, I kind of mentioned them already. So Shoto is definitely there. Iron Mouse, especially Iron Mouse, because she struggles with, and I think her condition is much more severe, but she also suffers from disability. Though hers is less like invisible disability, which I suffer from. And I don't know. I think it's very powerful, like the community she's built. We're dealing with something so severe. And again, not to the same degree, but it's something that I can aspire toward because I'm like, oh my gosh, that's really inspirational.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, another name that just kind of rings out to me is like Calliope.
Oh yes.
Like she's taken like the VTubing and stuff, but she's also pursuing like her music.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm always entranced by people who pursue their passion and just say, excuse my French, fuck it and go for it.
No, you're right though. She really does have that attitude, and it works so well for her.
It just resonates.
Also, bye Shinzo, and hi Dead Man. Good to see you guys. But yeah, she definitely has that attitude, and she makes it work for her, and we love that for her. Good for her.
Yeah, it's just different elements of each of them, but it's something I aspire to because I want to get that confidence one day. I want to have the confidence to drive the desire, I guess you should say.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, this is one of my favorite questions. How would you describe your relationship to your fan base? So for your flock.
Oh. We're talking like flock, or are we talking mod flock? Because there's a different dichotomy.
You can describe both. Both is fine.
Okay, I don't know. It's weird. And it's gonna sound very base, I know.
That's fine.
But they're the family I chose.
Yeah.
You know, they're the family I choose. Bear's definitely in the cage. Yes, you are, Bear. That leads to the relationship with the mods. Bear's one of my mods. Solo's one of my mods. Chris, one of your mods, is also one of my mods.
The one that we ping pong back and forth.
Yes, joint custody. Yes, you're all kept in the basement. Because for the mods, it's very much I love them to death, but they're ornery as hell. So, you know.
Yes.
There's discussions. I get bullied, they get bullied, we get put in the cage. You get out of the cage, we go back into the cage. We never really escape the cage.
The amount of fighting I do with my mods alone.
It's like siblings. They're like your siblings.
Yes.
You love them, but they drive you up the wall sometimes.
Yes.
In the best way.
Yes, certainly.
So there's that. And then, I mean, you always want to treat your community members on the same level, but you have closer relationships to some people just by, you know, how it builds and how it's been. And obviously, you're going to have some people, you're like your day oneers.
Oh my gosh,
just
yeah.
hold a special place. So I don't know. I find my community to be a beveled effect.
Yeah.
Like with my mods being my closest circle, and then like day oneers are really reoccurring community members or people who just, you know, they may not come every time, but they come and they always check in and they always like, you know, they pop into your stream and they lift you up. They don't say anything special. They don't do anything special, but they just kind of lift you up by being there. Yeah,
and they never have to, but you just see that name and you're like, oh gosh, it's you, hi! And it's just such a good feeling.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, if you want to see how me and my mods behave, you should watch Monopoly.
Oh god, am I gonna have to get in on that? Oh boy.
That's how we chose to start the subathon. We were like, Monopoly?
You started your subathon with Monopoly? That's wild.
4 hours of Monopoly.
That's
and then 9 hours
wild.
of Rainbow Six Siege.
How are you guys so friends? What? That's wild.
Bear and I shook. We decided it's okay. We were both walking away winners here.
I think that's the healthiest thing you can do.
We weren't gonna get out otherwise. We were like, we got things to do. We got different games to play.
That is the healthiest thing you could have possibly done. My god.
It was fantastic because it was, just to summarize it very briefly, me, Bear, Pinu, Chris, Solo. we will call Pinu Switzerland, who just casually strolled around the lane and got really lucky, and then his internet died because he has a storm. So,
No!
bye-bye, Pinu. And then it became the war of Chris and Solo fighting against one another, and then me and Bear just casually draining them for everything they were worth. And they both ended up buying.
You know what? I love that.
It was really funny. It was freaking fantastic.
Also, Rekka, I don't like these alligators against me about me being an alcoholic. No such thing will occur. Absolutely not.
We are not alcoholics. We are alcohol enthusiasts.
I am certain. You know what? I don't want to pour into these alligators any more than I already have, and therefore I shall refrain from saying anything. I have too many alligators against me about me and alcohol. I shall refrain from speaking for my own good. Ooh, okay.
I'm a connoisseur.
These next two questions are coupled together. So, do you have... I know right now you're doing your subathon, which is fantastic. Are there any other goals that you have in mind that you would like to accomplish for your flock? For example... if I can think of one, like one of the big goals that I have eventually is to do like my first ASMR, but I want to have a better computer first, and I need like the 3DO microphone. So that's like a huge goal later on down the line. And then maybe potentially as another goal, getting to interview like a much larger VTuber, like someone with like crazy amounts of viewers, and just having the opportunity to interview them. That's like a big goal of mine.
That's amazing. I have a couple. We'll start with the smallest, and it's just a mini thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to figure out how to get my ears back, or ears on, for my model, because I actually have wings on my head, but I just haven't figured out the rigging in the V-Roid. So, but one day we'll get them back.
Yes,
because I miss them. Can't be the mother of birds without wings. So there's that. That's a goal, because it's like a little piece of the starting puzzle that I lost with the VTuber. Though I do think the model makes it so much better. So I need to get it back. So that's a work in progress. The other thing I would say as a goal is I want to get more consistent, generally speaking, and I want to continue to uphold certain traditions on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, like the next upcoming thing that is one of those goals is my 24-hour Halloween stream.
Ooh.
Every Halloween, I do a 24-hour stream leading into Halloween. We do a bunch of spooky games. I usually co-stream with my mods. It's a lot of fun. And it's something that, especially during like the height of, you know, the big last few years with all the craziness, I started doing more because, you know, we weren't really able to go out and about.
Yeah.
So it was a new way for me to celebrate my favorite holiday, which is Halloween. So doing stuff like that consistently, like I think by popular demand, we're gonna do like Scratch Your Past as a regular series on Valentine's.
Oh boy.
Rainbow might be on the next upcoming thing. We don't know. We shall see. But it was just a lot of fun because I had all my mods participate,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just a blast. And it was so impromptu the first time. But doing more like community-driven events would be one thing. And then I'd say big goals. I would like to continue to hit more milestones, like consistent viewership and such. But I mean, and I was ultimately hoping for a partnership one day, but I think, I don't know, with the way things have changed on Twitch, I don't know if that's the end goal anymore. I think I want to get more consistent and spread out on more platforms. Like I want to grow more than just my Twitch, because due to my schedule and craziness, I've very minimally been on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and Twitter the way I want to.
Yeah.
And I think I'm missing out. I think if I do that, the flock could be much bigger. So I think that's one of my main goals.
Again, if you ever need like help with YouTube stuff, I'm here.
Yes, you shall be sensei.
Woohoo! I don't know if I can take sensei as the title, but I mean, I'm here.
Pseudo sensei?
I don't know. Just the person that's helping you, the teacher's aide.
I'm just a liaison.
All the YouTube guides that I've followed are the teacher, and I'm the teacher's aide. I'm translating it. I'm the one putting it into action.
You're translating it to VTubernese. Thank you.
Yes. Oh gosh. And then in a similar vein, what would you say is your biggest accomplishment that you've already hit?
So I don't know. I've hit some that I didn't think I would ever get to. So I would say an obvious one is 1,000. First hitting 1,000 followers on Twitch was crazy.
Oh yeah.
That was insane. And then holding, and it's not super consistent anymore, but there was a period of time where it's like I had hit and had held like 150 concurrent viewers. That was insane.
Oh my god, 150?
It was a different time.
Oh my lord.
And granted, take that with a grain of salt. I'm surrounded by a lot of lovely people, and we all like share the love because we're big advocates of, and I don't know that it works on YouTube the same way, but pay it forward, like raid to the next person, keep the vibes going.
Oh yeah, of course.
That kind of thing. So it wasn't fully on my own, but it wasn't just, it was the maintaining it over a period of time, which was really surprising, because sometimes you gotta raid and win, and that's okay.
Yeah.
So there's those two, and then I think maybe the third thing is becoming part of a stream team that I'm actually really proud to be a part of. I never really understood first starting out like what a stream team is or what it even means on Twitch, and really it's just associating yourself with a partnered streamer.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's just that's all it is. But for me, it was important not to just jump into the first one I saw, and I found one that has a lot of people that come from a similar place, that have similar struggles, and I really respect like the team leader. So yeah, I think those are the three biggest things.
Yeah, I don't think we got anything like that on YouTube. I don't got none of that. It sure would be nice, but I don't think we got anything like YouTube is still working a lot on their live streaming community versus just their normal content creators. So I mean, maybe eventually that'll be something that they're able to offer in the future, but as of right now, we working with bare bones, everyone. That's crazy.
But that's also kind of special in a way too. You get to be part of the start, part of the build-up.
Oh yeah, it does feel really good to be like, again, for a lot of the people that I interview that are mostly just on Twitch, or for a lot of the people that are just around that I completely lost my train of thought. Gosh. Also, hello, Cole Wolf. Welcome to the Junebug. Yes, 100%. Just something popped in the background and I completely lost all thought.
It's okay. We all suffer from attention deficit squirrel.
But yeah, a lot of the people that I interview and a lot of the people that I end up befriending on like Twitter and on other platforms, they all end up being mostly on Twitch, and then they normally ask for a little bit of help for YouTube, and I'm glad that I can be like that transitional person for them so that they can have that.
Yeah, I agree. I think, and I don't know, this kind of, I don't know if this was even part of the original thing, but I'm gonna jump on it. I think that's something that is something I have had an unexpected amount of joy from, is sharing what I've learned with others who are starting to do the same thing or who are dabbling in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't know, I like sharing my knowledge in whatever I can, and so that kind of thing, it just, I don't know, it's nice. It makes me feel good.
Heck yeah. All right, next question. And this is one that the Junebugs always get mad at me for asking. Do you have any fun lore?
Oh. So I haven't formalized anything on my channel, so to speak.
Mhm.
But essentially, Karine is, so I call her the Mother of Birds. The origins is, and very vaguely, because I haven't fully fleshed it out, but
You're
very
good.
vaguely, it's a forest spirit overlooking all the life within it. Very simple.
You know what? I love that, though. It doesn't have to be more complicated than that.
And there's more to it, and I have a whole thought, but yeah, when I first started, I didn't even, like, I always, like, it was like, oh yeah, that's a thing, but I never put focus on it.
Yeah. Yeah, the June bugs are not very pleased with me for that reason, because I do not have, like, any lore, and I always say that I have something planned. That's a lie. I don't have anything planned. Maybe one day, but it's not happening anytime soon.
Yeah, well, and I think a big part of that is, and maybe it's similar for you, but for me, I started out not having the plan to have that. I realized it was a thing. I didn't have it. I just wanted this to be the most fanciful iteration of myself,
Yeah.
so to speak. But I do like the idea of it evolving and growing.
Yeah, I did not go into this with any sort of plan for any lore. I was just like, no, this is me. That's kind of it. but I think it's fine. Next question then. Do you have a dream collab in your mind, either with like specific people or doing a specific thing?
Oh, okay, sorry, I have to go back for 2 seconds. You're right, Solo. Solo just brought up a milestone I completely forgot about. So you remember how I said one of my role models was Stream Dad?
Yes.
I did get raided by him at one point.
What?
Very early on. I have it clipped on my Twitter, and literally, it's me melting down for like 10 minutes.
That is so awesome! Holy crap!
Oh, I blacked out because I'm like, that's so it's a locked away memory because I'm like, that's still not real, right? That didn't happen. Oh, sorry to go back, but yeah, Solo, you're right. I would say that tops everything. Holy.
Would Stream Dad be included in your dream collaboration?
I think he would be awesome, but he's kind of moved away from what he used to do. He's more gone into like IRL farm life and stuff like that.
Okay.
More family oriented. So I don't think it would work the same way, though I would love it to happen at some point. I think a couple of things that would be really awesome. Well, one obviously can't happen anymore because he's not here anymore, but
yeah.
I still think I would love to maybe one day work my way toward collabing like with a bunch of VTubers and doing, you know, like those collab videos you see where they're doing like Among Us or anything like that, and there's just a bunch of them.
Oh yeah.
Because I think that's a lot of fun. And then, I mean, any of the three that I mentioned before, if I could do something with them individually, that would be insane. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like I need to reiterate the question.
No, you're good. Again, I think my June bugs are pretty sick of hearing me explain all of these things because they've heard it like a million times. I don't think I would ever be able to handle myself if I ever were in a position to collab with any of the big like corporate VTubers, obviously, because their viewership is insane. They are like insanely amazing talents. They're just fantastic people all around for the majority of them, and just the idea of collaborating with any of them is crazy. But if I were to pick out like a handful of them, or like just a couple of them that I think I would like love, And, you know, I love the idea of it. Don't think it's ever going to actually happen. I talk about Vox a fair amount because I love Vox. I just think that he's a wonderful, wonderful person. And the idea of doing any kind of stream with him would be crazy. I also talk a lot about Ayamare. I think that she is just so adorable. The United States dollars I have sent to that woman. We shan't speak of it, but getting a collab with her would be insane. Even collaborating with like non-VTubers, if I can even think of like any that would be applicable. But there, you know, there's so many amazing people on the platform, both Twitch and YouTube. There's just so many amazing people, and the idea of collaborating with any of them is just fantastic. And I've already gotten to collaborate and do this show with so many fantastic people that, you know, of course I'm very, very happy, and I love all of the content that I've been able to do. And just the idea of getting to do that even more with even more wonderful people is just that's just crazy to me. I can't think of what I would do specifically though, because it depends so much on the other person and what their interests are and what they like. Like, I can be very flexible with what the actual thing is that we are doing together, but just the idea of even getting to be with them and do something cool with them for a whole stream, that's just, it's wonderful to think about.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome too. I would love to like have a co-stream or an event or something with like some of the community members from my stream team, or especially Nyx, who is he's the Baja enthusiast leader, so to speak. He's a partner, and he is amazing and inspirational in a lot of ways. So I think doing something more than just being a part of the community, being able to do like a collaboration of some sort would be amazing. But outside of that, I think I'd also find a lot of value in just talking to some of these individuals off stream.
Oh yeah.
Just you know, picking their brains if they were open to it, and you know, just talking to them casually and getting their advice and things like that.
Yeah, the knowledge that these people have and just getting to have that opportunity to speak with them, broadcast it or not, that is really cool to think about. Next question then. Do you have any skills that you desire to learn for streaming purposes? Just something neat that you think would be fun for stream. For example, I know a lot of people do Duolingo streams, and I am planning eventually to do a Duolingo stream. I just have not gotten around to it yet.
Oh, that's something I hadn't thought about, but I would. Oh, that sounds really cool. Because I actually, language-wise, I used to be more fluent, but I used to be able to speak a capacity of Spanish, French, and Japanese. So I would love an excuse to like get better at those and start using them again. Because like French, I used to be fluent, but then I stopped using it and I lost so much of it.
Oh, I feel that. Oh God, I feel that.
And then my Spanish and my Japanese were not quite as good because they were kind of learned by particular motivation. Like I was, when I first started working, I was in the fast food industry and there was no need to learn Spanish.
Yeah.
Because I had to talk to the kitchen. And then when I was, because I'm a freaking weeb, I was watching anime and I'm like, I'm watching anime, subtitles, these are translating now in my head. I know a little bit of Japanese.
Yeah.
But I would like to formalize it because I love language. Like before anything else ever happened, one of my dreams as I guess as a child, you could say, we're getting deep again, chat, watch out.
It's fine.
Was I wanted to be a linguist and an archaeologist.
Oh,
because
okay.
There's something so wonderful to me about language and learning and history.
And
there still is. I still have a huge passion for it. I just, time slips away and it becomes a little less viable sometimes. But
yeah.
It'd still be something I'd like to pursue to some capacity, even if it's just a passion thing.
Oh, heck yeah. I know, what was it? So my 1 year anniversary was, I believe, in July. And before my anniversary hit, I did a really big birthday celebration. And it was during the month of June. And I did this whole presentation, and my chat can vouch for me. I did a giant research project for the fun of it, just for them for a stream. I did a giant Pride History 101 stream, and I presented it. I had the slideshows and the sources and everything, and I had a really great time doing that stream because, like, it's just something I was really passionate about, and I had a lot of fun doing it, and it turned out fantastic. I'm very proud of how it turned out. So, you know, just the idea of just, hey, this is really fun. I like doing this thing. Let me do this thing, and then doing it, and then just being very proud of the work and the effort putting into it. Like, it's so much fun.
Yeah. I keep headbutting chat. Sorry, chat. And back in my seat. Yeah, that's actually something similar I wanted to do, to touch on a similar vein.
Mm-hmm.
I want to, because I feel like reaction content could be a lot of fun, but it's a bit different for a VTuber than I think. It's a different impact.
Yeah.
So I want to do like reactionary content, but to like thought-provoking content. So I think it'd be
okay.
more structured. I think I'd like to figure out how to do that in a more, like, in a good format, in a structure that is like respectful and educational, and but entertaining and thought-provoking. Because it's just something that's like, it drives my focus and my it drives my interest. So I would be curious to try that and see how that would be. The other thing, and we kind of touched on this earlier, that I would want to bring to stream, I think, would be getting back into art, and maybe even writing and bringing that to stream, and maybe even music too, like using this new passion, this platform, to revitalize old lost, well, maybe not lost, but just kind of, you know,
things that have been set on the back burner. Yeah, because I had so many things. I used to call myself like a jack of all trades and master of none, because I had a lot of different passion things that I like to do. Yeah,
and I wasn't the master, and I wasn't worst at them. I was decent, and I don't know, I just, like, I hit a certain age and I kind of grew out of them. When you stop doing them regularly, they just kind of fell to the side, and I miss a lot of them. Like, I played the viola. I'd like to bring that back. And then the art and writing, that I think I'd like to bring back too. So it's not necessarily, I guess, learning a skill so much as relearning or getting back in touch.
Yeah, like revitalizing your skills.
Yeah, like revitalizing and improving it. Exactly.
I would love to revitalize my skill in all the different instruments that I played, but that would require me purchasing the instruments, and I don't know if you know this about me. The instruments that I play are quite expensive.
What did you used to play?
Okay, so I played, I started off on alto sax, and then I moved to bari sax, and then I also ended up playing marching bass drum, vibraphone, and marimba. Those are all my instruments.
Holy.
And to put it into perspective, the bari sax that I want is $8,000, and the marimba that I want is $20,000. So I don't think I'll be pursuing that anytime soon. But you know, maybe one day. Oh god,
I'm concerned. I am concerned for your wallet.
I enjoyed my high school and the things that they offered me. That did not mean that I could own any of those things. I pray for my wallet in the future. But maybe in the future, I will have a very good paying job, and then I can have all of those wonderful things.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Okay, I don't think we actually touched on this at all, which will make this a very good following question. So, I don't want to call it a debate because it's not really a debate, but there is frequent conversation about being an independent VTuber versus being a corporate VTuber. And I constantly see like VTubing auditions open. Please submit your VTubing auditions to work for this corporate VTubing company. And I feel like a lot of the time people might not understand what it is that they're getting into versus even like same thing with independent. They're like, oh, well, I'm just gonna do it all on my own without realizing just how much work goes into being an independent VTuber. Do you have any like thoughts or comments specifically on the little conversation there?
Yes, I do. And they're not so much like super, like I haven't done a lot of research. This is all cursory information, cursory opinions. Or my personal opinion is based off of this.
Yeah.
But I would say that if you have any interest in going any sort of distance outside of just casual fun, chill, like if you want to get serious with it, I would say do it yourself to start. Do some research. Look into like the cost behind things, contracts, and stuff that can be applicable if you choose to go with a company as opposed to independent. Because with anything you do, with any job you might get, if you're doing a contract, if you're becoming an employee of someone else, you no longer have the same like rights. You have the same control over what you do, how you present. And while there could be a lot of benefits to, like, you know, a model, a presentation, promotion, growth, influence, there's just a similar amount of potential, you know, pros and cons, you know?
Yeah.
Such as, like, again, you may not be in control of your image, or you may have to work a schedule or present a way or pursue a path of contract that works for your audience or how you're presenting or where the company's going, and not necessarily you or your passions. And that can make you lose passion in what you're doing or why you started in the first place. That's why you see a lot of people either stop it altogether or move away from the company.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with doing a part in part, but just be smart about it. Do your research. And if you're going to do it independently, do your research even more. I would say, well, I say do it equally on both, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say do your research, because it's not something there's a capacity of it that you could do, and just do it on your own. Like VTubing, the way I do it right now, I use, you know, VRite, and it's a free program, and outside of like some cosmetic outfits and stuff that I, you know, tweaked and bought, I haven't spent really anything. I didn't have to spend anything. All the stuff I use is free. And you could do a long way. You could get pretty far with that. But if you want to elevate to be on the same level as some of the higher tier independent ones or the professional ones, then a lot of time there's an elevation that you can't necessarily get with free stuff. At least not the same way.
Yeah.
So it's something to research, because there's a lot of like technical things that can go into it. A lot of, you know, professional rigs and things like that. There's just a lot of moving parts and pieces to either side. So I would just be very smart about what you choose to pursue. If I had to weigh in personally, I would say I wouldn't want to do a company. As beneficial as it could be, I'd want to stay independent, because like partially I'm so used to working and doing things on my own, but also because I would be so hesitant to join something with the risk of making me no longer want to do something I've recently found to be such a, you know, such a big part of the reason I keep at it. Because I mean, there have been times where I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm cut out for this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even, you know, I'm moderate, I'm medium, I'm a little guy. Like, I'm still growing. So I think there's a lot of weight that could be put into that.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's something to be very considerate about.
Yeah. Kind of half related to that. As I mentioned, there is so much research and so much like just like understanding of not only like independent versus corporate, but just learning how to even do the whole streaming thing. I've never learned so much in my life just wanting to pursue one little thing that I enjoy in my whole freaking life. I've learned so much tech stuff. I've learned so much about like internet and streaming and like viewership and this and that and the other thing, photo editing, like 3D models versus 2D models versus PNG models and what engines to use and this and that and the other. It is so much information, and I don't want to discourage anybody who's in chat either, because although it is a lot of information, listen, if I can do it, if I was able to figure all of this out, I am sure that anybody else would also be able to figure it out. It's not easy, but it is something to consider if you even want to start VTubing. There's so much that you have to learn in order to make it all work.
Yeah, 100%. I would agree. I've learned so much. Like, I never thought that streaming or VTubing would lead me down a path of learning like programming,
right?
and such like that. Like, there's a lot that goes into it, and there's a lot of things that can make it easier. But the other thing I would say, just to kind of respond to a comment I saw, there are good companies out there, and that's why I say do your research. Like, you can find something that works perfectly for you. I personally think I would choose my own path just because that's more comfortable for me.
Yeah.
But I would also say that it might be beneficial to sit down before you do any of that and think about what kind of YouTuber do you want to be? What kind of content creator or streamer?
Mm-hmm.
What are you aiming for? What is your goal? Because I think there's this thing, like, you want to build goals for yourself, but you want to do like kind of milestones. Like, where do you see it? They say this in real life too. Like, it's kind of myth, but it's like, where do you see yourself in 2 years?
I know what you mean, though.
But there's some there's some merit in my words.
You're fine. You've been streaming for so many hours. It's fine.
17.25.
38. Just saying random numbers. Oh gosh.
But yeah, I would just say ultimately walking away, like, figure out what you want to do, figure out what path you'd like to aim for, do the research, and then make a decision.
Yeah.
And neither is wrong, and neither, like, no one but you can make that decision for you.
Yeah.
And no one has the right to weigh in on it. Just be wise and be careful and do your work, your research.
All right, getting into some more lighthearted questions. So, what would you describe as your main content or variety?
Main content or variety, mostly multiplayer as of late, but usually survivor, horror, or RPGs, things of that nature. That's the primary. So I've done a lot of, so just for reference, I'm gonna look at my own profile.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna look at my completed game list.
Yeah.
Just because I figured that might be helpful. But some of my favorite and most reoccurring game types are obviously Dead by Daylight. It's a multiplayer game. But also the Resident Evil series, Silent Hill series. Done a lot of the Dark Picture anthologies for any who might be familiar with that.
Ooh.
Done some indie horror games such as like Song of Horror. Let's see. Mortuary Assistant was another one that was really good.
Oh boy.
Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. So yeah, I would say definitely like psychological horror, survival, RPG. Those are like my go-to recurring types. So I kind of do everything. Like as far as like genres of games, kind of open to everything.
Okay. I feel like I can only call myself gaming content like half the time, because I feel like the majority, honestly, what I do is more just like talking like this, and for the most part people show up whenever I do like my weekly Zatsudans where I'm literally just sitting here and talking and like doing stuff like this where I have interviews. I had Mod Chris on a stream not too long ago where all we did was just sit and BS for like 2 hours. And just getting the fun talking content, I think, is what a lot of people are here for. But for like the other half of the time, I mostly play more lighthearted games. I decided to put myself through the hell of finishing and going through the entire 4-game series of an old like JRPG that was so jank. You know what? My chat knows we're not gonna get into it. It's a whole thing, but I'm trying to lean more into the cozy games. Like I just finished Unpacking. I play Coffee Talk. What else have we played? I've tried to play Stardew Valley, but my computer gets a little mad at me when I try to stream it. But things of that nature, more lighthearted games. Nothing really that scary, but just, you know, just fun.
I find a
Yes.
Translation for that was I think I want to try like mixing it up a bit more too, because lately we've been doing a lot of shooter type games, so a lot of Overwatch, a lot of Rainbow Six Siege, Apex, things like that.
Yeah.
But I also, you know, I do enjoy the chill streams. Like we do Minecraft. We used to do Minecraft Mondays all the time.
Ooh.
Until I had to start going back to the chiropractor a bit more. So my schedule changed for a bit. But that was something that was just nice and chill and the community really enjoyed. So I like to do more of those games. And I think we're going to start bringing similar ones to the channel. Like Terraria is another one that we are
nice. We were talking about that. I'm gonna build you a house. That's what's gonna happen.
You can be the true sensei in this one.
I gotta build you a house. I gotta show you how to avoid traps in the caves. I'm not great at fighting bosses, but I mean, we can do that too, I guess.
Hey, we like to, you know, as you say, wing it.
Yeah, we're just winging it. It's fine.
Or the more crude gamer terms, fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we ball! You're so right for that. Oh gosh. Okay, next question. Do you have an Oshi mark? Do you have an emoji that you use to represent you?
I was about to be like, oh, Oshi what?
No. It's whenever a VTuber claims an emoji and is like, yep, that's me. If you see these emojis, that's me. Like mine is the bat and the mango.
Oh, okay. I would, I hadn't really thought about it, but I mean, I think I'd be a little bird. I'd be the bird.
That makes sense, yeah.
I'd be an egg.
Egg.
I'd be a bird or an egg.
Egg tuber coming at you live. No, I love that. The egg is such a good emoji. Next question. Do you have any streaming rituals? I can give an example if you need one.
I'm a mess. It's chaos. I have no schedule.
You know what? That works.
But please elaborate.
So normally what I do is I always start by refilling my water and getting like my little station ready. And then before I even open up OBS or the game or whatever it is that I'm about to do, I warm up my voice. For a background, I was classically trained for vocals for a very, very long time, and I've always found it important to warm up my voice before anything. So I take like almost 30 minutes to like an hour of just warming up my voice and doing karaoke.
Okay. That's actually smart. I should probably do that.
Well, you know.
I scream a lot. So I should probably make more voice. I do a lot of screaming and yelling, and then like the occasional karaoke concert redeem. So my voice is like.
Love it. It's fantastic.
But yeah, put in the perspective, I actually do a lot of like prep, as it were. So I'll like come in, I'll turn on, because I am a primarily console streamer, but I do PS5, well, 4, 5, and PC. Primarily the PS5 currently. So my OBS and everything runs through my PC, but my gameplay is captured through the Elgato off my console.
Oh, okay.
Same with, like the chat link audio and such. So that has a whole different element to it too. But I will come in, I'll like turn everything on, I'll pull up OBS, I'll pull up, you know, like VC Phase, VNAN, like all the VTuber things that you need. And then I'll usually launch whatever game we're planning to play. If there's even a plan, there's usually not a plan. We usually say wing it. Ball, roll dice. And then I'll usually coordinate with the mods if we're doing a multiplayer game to see if they'll start party chat, get everyone invited.
Yeah.
Jump in, test audio, make sure they sound good to me. And then, you know, I do get my water. I have as one of my mods has called it, it's dubbed the shotgun.
Oh.
It's a very big water bottle full of.
Oh my. Need me one of those.
Apparently, when it gets a little empty and I'm like shaking it for that last little bit of ice, it sounds like a shotgun. It's like.
Oh, shit.
Monarch's always telling me to put the shotgun down.
My God, I love that.
I'm just hydrating.
Ice crunchies.
Yes, ice crunchies. I forgot I grabbed coffee. I put it inside and I forgot.
Ooh.
Blasphemy. But yeah, so I usually will I'll fill up my water and the ice. I'll usually grab a drink if I have it and a snack maybe. Set up all my stuff for the rig.
Yeah.
Start a party, pull up whatever game we're playing, and then, you know, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. That's pretty good. I know for the most part I also try to eat before stream, but every now and again I'll be like, I don't have enough time, and then I just have to wait until after stream, and my stomach will be growling, and I'm praying that my microphone does not pick it up at all. But typically I eat before. Oh gosh.
I subject them to the munchy munch of the salads that I eat on occasion.
Oh yeah, chat has been subjected to my crunches many a time. They've just gotten used to it at this point. It's fine. Ooh, okay. So we're almost to the speed round of questions, which are just simple little ones.
Speed round.
But before that, do you have any advice for any aspiring VTubers that we didn't already share earlier?
Ooh. Yeah. A couple of things, I guess, and some I'll keep it very brief because we touched on a lot of them.
Yeah.
So like just a rapid fire list, and if there's any that you guys would be more curious to like learn more about, like feel free to drop a question in the chat is what I would encourage. But I would say for a VTuber or a streamer in general, if it's something you want to do not be afraid to set boundaries and hold those boundaries.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to ask for help and reach out to those you know. Something I would encourage and remind everyone is to be mindful of the boundaries of others when you're in other people's communities and stuff, because not every person is the same, and sometimes you can accidentally step on toes.
That's a very good point.
And sometimes it can make for an uncomfortable situation that you didn't mean it to be. So just be mindful. Like the way I handle one situation, it may be completely different from another streamer, and that's their right. So just something to be mindful. Always be sure to read the rules, check the boundaries before you jump into someone's stream, and try to do anything.
Yeah.
Also, make sure you never self-promote. It's a very
yes, please don't do that.
Do not self-promote. Like if you're like jumping into the best thing I can say, because sometimes it's really easy to accidentally do it, is you could jump in and say, like, you know, if the streamer prompts it, if they're like, hey, how you doing? What were you doing? Were you doing streaming? Like, how was your stream? If they know you stream, then that's fine. You can tell them. But if they don't ask you about it, you can't be like, oh, hey, yeah, sorry, I gotta go now. I gotta go set up for my stream. That's not cool.
Yeah.
You can definitely say like, oh, hey, I gotta run. It was great hanging out. I'm gonna go play some games. Or, you know, something very blast, some very base, but just try to stay away from self-promotion. It's very easy to do it by accident or self-promotion, but just be very aware and mindful.
Yeah.
And then I would say look into like the type, like specific to VTubing, look into the type of VTubing you want to do, because that'll very much change like the knowledge curve for like learning. And to segue into that, do not be afraid, because I was afraid. I was so hard on myself with this at the beginning. Don't be afraid to get something basic and then grow. And I use Mouse as an inspiration for this because she's the one who made me feel comfortable about it. But you can actually watch her go from like little model like us to where she is now.
Yeah, you do not have to start with like a $1,000 model. It's fine.
Yeah, and especially if it's something that you're like, I don't know, I just want to test the waters, I would highly recommend not spending that much money.
Yeah. Please don't come out the gate swinging.
Yeah.
Dropping
$1,000. So much that can go
$1,000.
into it, and outside of like the technicalities and the intricacies of VTuber itself, just being a content creator or streamer, someone in interacting with the internet, the public, as it were. Yeah. It can be a lot, and it's not for everyone. Like I've seen, and it's not a good or a bad thing, it's just it is what it is. I've seen a lot of people that I started streaming with that are gone. They stopped. They don't do it anymore. Whether it be like they chose to focus on family, their life went in a different direction, it was no longer a passion thing for them, they couldn't maintain the schedule, like whatever it is. There's a lot of variables to this kind of thing, so just make sure it's the right path. Test the waters. Yeah.
I think the one piece of advice, and I will always reiterate this because I think it's probably the best piece of advice that I have, there has to be some percentage of being mentally insane enough to become a VTuber or a streamer in general, because you need to be so comfortable, and I mean like the most comfortable at talking to yourself. You need to be okay with just talking to yourself, because there is no guarantee when you start that there will be like an audience that you can just chat with immediately. You know, some people get lucky, they have like that audience right away, but you just have to be good at talking to yourself.
Don't worry, I was accentuating your point with my crazy faces.
Yes. you have to be good at talking to yourself, because that's what you are sitting in your room alone, and you're playing a video game, and you have to narrate it the whole time while an adoring audience may or may not be there. You have to talk to yourself. That is the fun of being a streamer, is just getting to talk to yourself for multiple hours.
True. So I would add to that two things. One, I think I broke my face.
Oh gosh, what happened?
It's okay. It's fine.
Oh gosh.
It looks okay on your side, but it's cursed on my side. Don't go.
Oh no, I refuse to look. I am not looking.
Don't look. Avert thy eyes. But I would say like two things to bounce off of that. Oh god, my train of thought. Come back. No, train of thought, please.
The talking to yourself. Talking to yourself train.
Talking to yourself. Oh, yes. Two things. One, don't be afraid to, like, you do want to have some sort of cadence and comfort, but it's okay to have silences.
Yes.
Don't have long hours of nothing happening though. You want to be engaged. and especially when you're trying to grow, be very interactive, very communicative. Because one of the biggest things I've found as a viewer prior to even being a streamer myself was there's something so special about popping into a stream and having that personal connection.
Yes.
Someone saying, "Hey, Karine. Hey, June. How are you? It's nice to meet you. Welcome in. How you doing?" And then building that relationship. It's really, it's very one of a kind.
Yes.
The first impression can go a long way. So, don't mind me. My face is still broken.
No, you're good. The insanity, it's catching up to us. We gotta wrap it up. Oh gosh.
Just a little cuckoo.
You know
it's
what?
It's been 18 hours. That's fine. This is fine.
After 18 hours of streaming, I'm surprised you haven't already kicked the bucket. So I'm gonna wrap it up here just a...
Okay. It's okay. Last year we did 44. This is...
I cannot freaking believe that. Oh my god. Okay, well anyway.
Oh, I'm alive.
Oh gosh. So this is the part of the show where I tell you to plug your socials. I already have your Twitch link in my description, but if you want to tell everybody where they can find you.
Yes, I'm quite literally Karine Nachigeru as it is here on YouTube and on Twitch, everywhere. So YouTube, Twitch, Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter/X.
We're not calling it X. Screw that guy.
What else is there? TikTok. Yeah. I am Karine Nachigeru, spelled the same way. As it is here. Everywhere.
Nice.
And I'm gonna do my best to be more active on all my socials, so any support you guys want to throw my way is highly appreciated.
Y'all better...
We always like new community members. We love new birdies in the flock.
Y'all better go join that flock, I swear to God. You might still be stuck in my cave, but you can at least join the flock. I'm telling you right now.
Shh, don't tell them about the cage. Yeah, what to?
No, I'm not telling them about the cage. Just to do that. It's fine. And
then if I may do something for you as well.
What?
For those on my side, if you don't know June is amazing and
oh,
sweet and
well,
lovable, and go
stop.
find her. Most of you are already here. Most of you are already creeping.
Yeah, y'all are already floating around in my chat. God.
But yeah, guys, if you don't know June, I'd highly recommend checking her out. She's primarily on the YouTubes.
Yeah, mostly on YouTube. I float around on Twitch to say hi to people more or less, and then I'm on Twitter. I have a Tumblr. It very rarely gets used. And I have a Discord server. Y'all can find my links just everywhere on my YouTube. I link everything onto my YouTube. And yeah, I'm here. I exist.
June comes highly recommended.
Oh, no.
And Chris. Oh, and I almost lied. The only thing that's not Karine Nachigeru is my Discord. That is Karine's Nest.
Aha.
But yeah.
All right, we shall move into the rapid fire question section. So all of these are just for funsies. None of them need to be taken that heavily. We can dive into one or two of them if you'd like, but for the most part, it's just lighthearted little funsies questions. Let's start with, what is your favorite game?
Ooh, controversy immediately out of
Yes, give me the controversy.
No, actually, I think I'm pretty basic here. I would say probably one of my favorites is, I would say probably the Resident Evil series, to be honest.
Yeah.
Resident Evil series. I would also say I have genres. For like the horror genre, I'd say the Resident Evil series. For like RPG, I would say probably Star Ocean.
Okay.
And then I would say I also really love, gosh, Brain Powers. Check me down.
You're doing your best. It's fine. You're doing your best. It's fine.
Dragon Age. There you go.
Nice, nice.
And Mass Effect. Those two, I love really large overarching games. Detroit Become Human had this too. A singular game, not a part of a series, would be Detroit Becomes Human. Because that one was insane. I love stories that truly let you build your own story and have consequence and feel impactful.
Yes.
So if I said a number one overall, I would say Detroit Become Human as like just a single player experience.
Yeah.
If I had to say like a franchise or a multiplayer series, I would say like Dragon Age and Resident Evil.
Nice, nice. All good picks. All right, next, favorite movie.
Ooh. My initial reaction, I want to say Hocus Pocus because we're so close to the season.
Oh, you know what? I get it.
Ooh, that's just movie, right? You didn't say series, right?
Nah, just movie. I mean, if you'd like to delve into one of your favorite series, please do, because I can... You know what? I think my chat's sick of hearing me talk about my favorite series, actually, but you're free to talk about yours.
So, favorite series for like a live action show, I would say is Stargate SG-1.
Ooh.
It's a sci-fi thriller action adventure kind of series. It was like very long, but it was incredible. Just a brief synopsis is a group of kind of people from different walks of life and different professions and stuff find a device that lets them travel across galaxies to different worlds. And I'm a big nerd, but one of them is like like the military person. You have the person who's like a native that joins the crew. You have like the female scientist, and then you have an archaeologist, and it's really amazing. I highly recommend.
I love it. I love it.
Softy. But yeah, I would say those are my like instinctual responses. So
yeah. I think, and normally when I get asked this question for favorite movie, I always default to Ratatouille, because that's just the one that I probably have the most like connection to, because I grew up with it. I just love the movie Ratatouille. And then I won't delve into it too much. Karine, we can have this conversation later, but my favorite series is Good Omens. No, I will not be elaborating, because I know my chat is already so mad at me for bringing it up. I will not subject them to that, but if you ever need a series to watch, I can recommend no higher than watching Good Omens. Good Omens is so good. Anyway.
Good Omens is good? Oh.
It is. It is. Oh my. I can't get into it. I can't. My chat is going to crucify me.
I must know.
I'll fill you in. Okay. Next question. What is your favorite food and drink?
Can I say ice as food?
Can you say what?
I feel like I'll be filleted by my chat if I don't say this, but I was like, can I say ice as food?
I don't know. I'm not a nutritionist, however.
I don't think it counts. I would say I'm gonna give you the real but also smart ass response. My favorite food is a salad, because anything you put in a bowl is a salad. I don't think
anything you put in a bowl.
Technically, by definition.
What is a soup a salad? Oh
it's
God, no. We're okay.
No,
That's for later.
Rabbit hole. It's okay. Salad. I'm a rabbit inside.
Got it.
I'm a bird, but I'm also a rabbit.
I can appreciate a good salad.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of salads, just because like it's very simple but very good and very easy to spruce up and differentiate. There you go. That's the word.
You can do so many different things with a salad.
Exactly. Ooh, and then favorite drink. I would probably say like the one I'm most inclined to like go for is probably like French vanilla like coffee.
Oh,
I would say it's
okay.
probably one of the most reoccurring. Like a very specific drink.
I don't know if I've shared this with my chat. Okay, I've talked a lot about different foods on my streams because I have a very big heart for food, and I love cooking. I love cuisine from like everywhere, so it would be very, very difficult for me to pick a favorite food. But, and this might be controversial. I know it makes some people very, very mad. But if I had to pick a favorite drink, I think it would be milk. And I think people are gonna get mad at me for that one.
That's foolish. That's a good choice.
You can't go wrong with a good glass of milk, but there are always those people that are like, how can you even drink milk? I'm like, how else do you consume milk except drink it? It is wonderful as a drink. What do you mean?
It's also one you can. It's like a salad. You can spruce it up. You can
Yes, I be drinking milk. Milk is good. I will not hear of any milk slander. There's a specific moderator of mine who vehemently hates tomatoes. So if he gets mad at me for this milk take. Because just knowing there's a lot of things wrong with that boy. but the idea of him getting mad at me for liking milk when he doesn't even eat any tomatoes, I can already feel the anger pooling just thinking about it. Solo, you're not gonna drink a glass of milk. You're not one to drink a glass of milk. My favorite thing is when I have a piece of dessert, any kind of dessert, whether it's a brownie, a slice of pie, a piece of cake, whatever, and you have it with a glass of milk. It's so much better.
100%. Oh my gosh. A cold glass of milk with a warm brownie?
Yes!
Oh.
There was this thing my grandpa used to do where it was just a plain slice of chocolate cake, no frosting. It's just plain chocolate cake, fresh, and you put it in a bowl and you put just a little bit of milk in the bottom and you eat it with the milk, and it's so good. No one believes me. No one understands me the way that my grandpa understood me.
It could be good because I feel like that's a similar concept to like those microwave brownies.
Kind of, yeah. You have the hot piece of cake and cold milk on the bottom, and it soaks it up and it makes it soft, and it's so good. It's so good.
Oh, coffee's a good choice too, Solo. That's true.
Oh yeah, coffee with a slice of pie is pretty S tier. I get that. Okay, we still have more questions. I got caught up on my milk debate. I was so caught up in not going off about good omens, and I started going off about drinking milk. This is this is the stream. Okay, anyway, what is your favorite color?
Crimson, red, and royal purple.
I was gonna say, if purple's not included in that, then I don't even know.
Fun fact, I actually have a model that's colored for YouTube specifically.
I love that.
With the basis of the colors being fire tones. So
I love that.
red,
Also,
orange, yellow.
yeah. Also, Rekka, shut up. We're not talking about it. I see that. Oh gosh.
Oh, I'm sorry. You wanted quick questions? Can't happen. It's me.
No, it's me. Do you even know who you're talking about? It's me.
I'm the problem. It's me, but also me and me. It means we.
Yep. Yep.
Sanity is deteriorating. This is fine. This is fine.
Ooh, okay, so not everybody can answer this question, and I feel kind of sorry for the people who can't. But do you have a favorite piece of clothing that you own?
Oh, I do. Actually, I had like a shirt that I had for the longest time, but it eventually tore too much to wear anymore.
Oh,
But yeah, I would say I still do. Right now, I would say it's probably... It's very basic, but it's like a little flowy purple shirt with like little meshy shoulder pieces.
You know what? That's cute.
I'm a big fan of like the open, not like a sleeveless, but like the open shoulder or like a mesh.
Oh yeah.
I like it a lot. It appeals to me.
No, I get that. This is also one of the times where I like to just flex a little bit. I have an ever-growing collection of what I like to call my clubbing dresses. I am a lady of the night. I very much enjoy going out when I can, because I don't always do it. But I have an ever-amassing collection of going out dresses. So I cherish all of them a lot.
Wait, I have a question. If I ever get to come visit Chris, can we go party together?
Why wouldn't we? Of course we will. If you show up at the right time, if we schedule it, I can take you to one of our local drag shows, which is like my favorite thing in the whole wide world, and we can go to a drag show together. Oh, that would be so good.
I've never been to one. That would be great.
I get to be the person to introduce it to you. It'll be great. And then if I had to pick a very if I had to pick a very specific article of clothing, I own it's from Spirit Halloween, but it is like a replica of the jacket but worn by Harley Quinn in Birds of Prey. The one with all the streamers. Oh, I have that. And it's so gorgeous. I love that thing. I love that thing to bits and pieces. I paid way too much money for it.
You better love it to bits and pieces then, because your wallet hates you for it.
Yeah, my wallet's mad at me. But you know, that's a problem for I guess now me. It's not later me, it's now me. It happened already. And that's past me. Oh, too many me's running around. Anyway,
it's the past you that haunts the current you and your future selves.
It's the past me that haunts the rest of the me. Oh God.
It's the ghost of me's past.
Oh God. Never-ending freaking cycle. Okay. Last couple questions here. Would you describe yourself as say-so, family-friendly, like PG-13, or do you have like an 18+ community?
At a basis, I put the classification of 18+, because I curse like a sailor. You've heard it here.
Yes.
And I usually play a lot of games that can have mature content or mature themes, but we're very open. I'm not family friendly for that reason. Like, you can't be family friendly and have a bunch of active cussing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we're very accommodating. Like, it's not like if you're not 18, we're gonna kick you out the door kind of deal. But at a basis, by the generalization of it, 18+ community.
Okay. I have been thinking about making that switch, but at the same time, I feel like my content really doesn't warrant for it enough, and I don't curse like a terrible amount. Yeah, I'm more worried about you, Rekka, as my moderator than anything else. But for the most part, I try to have like a PG-13 community, and then every now and again, I will do alcohol-related streams, and they will be restricted to those 18 or older. And then that's about it.
Yeah. So I'm very much of the opinion that you can be anything. Like, you can have a family-friendly stream and be like an 18+ streamer typically.
Yeah.
You know, well, within reason. If the reason you're 18+ is just because of language and like some of the games you play.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Not getting too crazy in here.
Not getting cray-cray. No cray-cray.
Okay, next question. Are you a coffee person or a tea person?
both, but I am more coffee than tea, just because
Okay.
there's a larger variety of coffees that I like.
Okay, I feel that. I feel like I'm also a both person, but more on the tea side because I think my ancestors would be mad at me if I said anything else. And we'd be drinking.
Do not upset the ancestors, they will strike you down.
No, I don't want that. I'm the person who goes to the Chinese restaurants and I get plain hot tea. No sugar, no cream, no nothing, because it's oolong tea. It will always be oolong tea, and when they pour it for you, you drink it immediately and scalds the roof of your mouth and your whole throat, and it's fantastic, and that's all you ever need.
That's how it's done.
I feel very strongly about oolong tea. Okay, but anyway. Do you see yourself as a morning person or a night person?
A night owl.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I see your stream notifications pop up and I'm like, what fucking time is it? Mind you, we're in different time zones, but still, sometimes I see that I'm like, Karine's streaming right now.
My standard operating hours of preferred functionality are between the hours of 9 p.m. and 3 a.m.
Oh gosh. Could not be
but
me.
It doesn't work that well. Yeah, I work a morning job, so like I have to get up at like 6 to do adult shit.
Oh.
And, like, you know, it limits the time I can do everything else. But when it's Friday or the weekend, there's no restrictions.
All hell breaks loose. Okay, are you, when it comes to desserts, a chocolate or vanilla person?
Chocolate.
Good. We're in agreement here. I always need to preface this because yes, I am a fruit bat, and yes, I do love fruit. I'm not a fruit in dessert person typically. If I'm having a dessert, I like for it to really be a dessert. So things like chocolate and caramel and nuts I prefer in desserts. I just like eating fruit because I just like eating fruit. I eat fruit on its own. That's not really a dessert for me. That's just eating fruit.
That's fair.
So yes, chocolate all the way. Good.
I haven't been booted from the island yet. Oof.
Woohoo! But that might change very quickly. This is everybody's favorite portion of the show, and it'll also dictate how much longer we stream for. Everybody buckle in. If you're new around here, welcome. This is gonna be fun. If you've been here, you already know what's gonna happen. This is the portion of the show where I allow our guest of honor here, Karine, to share a singular, and might I remind you, singular, because we've had it before where it went on way too long, a singular hot take. And for some reason, the trend has been related to food. It does not have to be food. That's just what keeps happening, and they get more and more cursed every episode. So, Karine, I am begging you, please do not be worse than the last person who had a bad hot food take.
Okay. Well, my hot take would probably be that there are certain games, such as some that I play, I'm guilty of this, but such as like Dead by Daylight and Overwatch, that will not be changing their fundamental ways. They do not technically view the community's opinions, and they don't action it. They're going to continue to do the same shit they do, and they're going to get away with it. Because us gullible fools are going to keep playing the damn game.
Oh, this is not the direction I thought we were going in, but I love it. Would you like to expand upon this? Because I don't think this is actually something that's in my wheelhouse at all. That is a take.
Yeah, so, and I hate to say it because I adore these games, but like Dead by Daylight has some atrocious balancing issues, and it makes the game really unfun to play in intervals. But instead of addressing the big issues, for the most part, the devs continue to just push new content. And they are very flip-flop because it's a game that is, you know, you have killers and you have the survivors, and if you try to balance one, you need to balance the other, but usually there's an imbalance and neither side is ever fully happy. And I understand no side will ever be fully happy, but when there's fundamental things that are killing the game for, you know, creators that have been, like, started their careers on it, there's a problem that should be addressed. And it just hasn't been, and it probably won't be. Though even worse than that would be Overwatch. Overwatch is a game that I freaking adore. I've been playing it for years. It's a hot take, people.
Those devs are never gonna get any better. They are not.
Overwatch is definitely the worst culprit, though, because it started out as a game you bought back in Overwatch 1 many years ago when it first came out, and it was fantastic. You know, standard things, but generally the right direction. They revamped it. We're gonna do some PvE content and revamped it into Overwatch 2, free to play. Except they changed everything inside of it. Now you have to pay to get skins you used to be able to get for free in a loot box that you earned by playing the game. And the skins are like $20 to $40 to $60.
$60 skin?
I ain't kidding. It's fucked. And
$60.
you know, the whole appeal of those kinds of games is being able to customize your character that you love. Like, if you love a character, you play them a lot, you want them to look good. You want to, if you like a skin, you want to be able to get the skin without having to, you know, cut out a kidney. And in addition to that, the big reason they were changing it is, you know, because a lot of people, myself included, I paid $60-something when it first came out. And now it's free. But now it's not the same, and it will never be the same because they reduced the number of players that can play on a team. Okay, that's one thing. They were supposed to be PvE, which is expanded content like story mode. They're not doing that anymore. And they were supposed to, you know, keep the fundamentals, but they just basically, it's a cash grab now. Is what it feels like, and it's really shitty because it's such a unique concept for a game. Like, it's really captivating characters, there's some really interesting lore, it's got really fun addictive gameplay for the most part, but now it just feels like a miserable cash grab. And yeah, I'm stuck in it and I can't get out. Someone send help, I need rescue.
Sheesh, again. Wow.
Mic drop.
I am so glad that finally, after all this time, we have a good hot take. It's taken us how many episodes to get to this point where we have a decent hot take after all of the shit that we've had to go through? Do I even want to recollect some of the... Oh no, Karine, you don't even know the half of it. Oh, if you ever go back and watch any... Folks... There are some truly, you're down bad in the trenches when you go back and watch those other episodes for hot takes. It's not good, folks. It's really not. We had one person who didn't even watch movies and didn't like any movies. I'm like, we're not even at the hot take yet. How do you not watch or like any movies?
I mean, I live under a rock and even I like movies.
It's just like, what? Not a single one. It was so hard to get an answer. And then
I'm surprised I was able to answer because I live under a rock. You can name like the 10 top things that people would have seen or known, and I'd be like, no. Probably not.
I mean, that's me too. For the majority of the things that people ask me, I'm like, no, I've never seen that. But like, I at least have one cherished childhood memory of watching a movie, and I enjoyed it. But like, this person had nothing. He's gonna watch this later. He's gonna be so pissed. I already know. Oh gosh.
Seasonal Hocus Pocus, General Lord of the Rings.
Oh, you're so right for that. Oh my god, you're so right for that. But yeah, we
current me is corrected.
We had some of the hot takes we had included making a sandwich without it actually being a sandwich and putting a raw egg into RC Cola. So I'm glad that yours was just these devs need to be better. You don't want to.
What did you do to the egg and the cola? What?
You don't even want to know. This person is deranged. I've had him show up on my channel multiple times. He is deranged, I am telling you. It's so bad. It is so bad.
I am shooketh and
flabbergasted. And... The woman was too stunned to speak.
Yes, cue the meme.
Oh
exactly
my god. So freaking bad. And the whole, like, having a sandwich without it being a sandwich. Because fucking, this guy would build a sandwich on top of a piece of bread without cutting the bread. This is like half a loaf of bread. Did not cut it in half, just stacked everything on top of the bread, condiments and all, and just ate it.
How did he fit it in
I don't know.
mouth?
I don't know. I don't know.
Questions I don't want the answers to.
No, you really don't. It's been so rough out here, Karine. I'm so glad to have someone competent on the show. Oh gosh.
I just play the role well.
No. I'm gonna go the high road and call you competent. Oh god. But yes, I'm very glad. Yeah, like a snake, you know. Got a snake VTuber in here. Gosh. Oh well, with that is the end of my questions for you. Do you have any last words that you would like to share as a nice little end to the interview we've had?
Well, my only last words would be, this was fun. I freaking love this.
This was so much fun.
I'd love to do it again. Y'all are amazing. And that officially wraps my subathon as well.
Woohoo! We did it, y'all! Subathon over, and I didn't make you do it for 44 freaking hours.
No, we ended this one at 17.31 hours.
Let's go. Well, again, thank you so much, Karine, for joining me for this interview. It was amazing having you. I had such a great time, and you are always welcome on the channel. You know that. You can always just pop in whenever you want, more or less.
Fun. I would love to figure this out to do again. Maybe here's a fun goal for the future for us if you're down for it.
Oh?
Next one we do as a duo YouTube stream.
I have to help you figure that. I don't even know how to do that one, but I can try to help you figure that out. That'll be fun.
We could do something fun, plan a goal, and learn stuff.
Yes. Or
activity.
I know something else that I've been thinking about is the next time that I do a drinking stream, just having people pop in and say hi and get to bullshit with me while drunk, because that's always just fun. And it's very lighthearted and it doesn't really matter.
That could be fun too. I've been wanting to do some sort of like just chatting stream or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you were saying earlier, Vox, he has a show where he does like...
Yes, under the table!
Oh! Yeah! I love that concept. I think it's so fun and so chill.
Right?
I think that could be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah, so something like that could be a blast.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Just very chill, unscripted. Nothing but chill vibes and chaos.
Nothing but vibes, chaos, and alcohol. That sounds pretty on par for me.
Oh, what is it? The CCA? Cozy Chaos Alcohol?
Yes. Yes.
Cozy Chaos and Alcohol. There we go.
We are CCA here in the Junebug Cave. All right, well, we'll wrap it up there again. Thank you, Karine, so much for joining me. You guys go follow her on Twitch. Her link is in the description below. You can find her on Twitter, here on YouTube, on Twitch, a bunch of different places, all using Karine. And I will always be here. Guys, I will be streaming next tomorrow at 2 p.m. for our weekly Zatsudan. And without further ado, just thank you guys so much for joining us today. This was really, really fun. I had a great interview. And until then, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, your morning, your afternoon, your evening, whatever it might be, wherever you are. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the Zatsudan. Have a good night, everyone. Karine, you want to say bye?
Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for having me.
Bye,
Nice to see you.
everybody.